Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Remember, they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, that's your jumping card. Please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. So your key to the week this week is the universe card. This is the world card, but in this deck it's called the universe. It's a really beautiful deck. It's called the Fluellen deck. I just love them. It's all from Celtic lore, myths and legends. They're just absolutely beautiful. So in all of these different areas of life, you are ready for a level up. But what I can tell you without a doubt with this card, there is a palpable feeling from it that this week, I don't know, and it might just be a small moment, right? It might not necessarily be that everything is groundbreaking and ground shattering, but I can tell you without a doubt, this week is going to change a lot for you, all right? So for your actions and options, you've got the Page of Pentacles. Now, technically, this is not a time sequence, but the feeling that I get from it is you need to think back to what was happening for you at the winter solstice of 2023. Whatever was going on for you at that time is now starting to wrap up. So some move that you made back then, some promise, some manifestation, some seed that you planted, something that you set into motion around that time, you're going to start to see the results of. For a lot of you, this may very well be a week where you start dedicating yourself to more to some form of study, some form of craft, and for a lot of you this might be where you take a big step towards your purpose in some way, shape or form. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Five of Wands. It's about to get busy up in here when it comes to your communications, right? It's going to be a very busy week. There's going to be a lot of talking, a lot of back and forth in, a lot of this, that and the other. Now remember, your career, your communications and conversations, it's about your studies and your career. This Five of Wands is a very dynamic card. There could be disputes this week. There could be challenges or even conflict. But there could also be, because the world card is communities, this could also be that you are connecting with what you now understand or deem to be your people in some way, shape or form. So love this for you. Right now, when it comes to your those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this may very well be that something that takes place within your study group, etc., you kind of look around and say, yeah, you know what, this shit ain't for me. Thank you, but no thank you. When it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, this week, it's not so much that the battle lines are being drawn this week, but I think when it comes to your work colleagues, you will know firmly, by the time this week is done, you will know firmly who is on your team and who is not and who you don't want on your team. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is a powerful moment for you in your business, because it looks like you are going to team up, or this is like a Marvel team up, right? It might not necessarily be for the long term. It might be that you just join forces with somebody at this moment in time to get something done. And then after that, it's kind of like you go your separate ways. Either which way, this is a Marvel team up moment and I'm here for it. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, right? How you want to spend the rest of your time, your days, etc., may be called into a bit of chaos this week by what is either required or desired of or from you. And it's going to be up to you to kind of draw the line. For your love and relations, you have the Empress card. If you are single and you get invites this week to go out dancing, to go out drinking, to go out to eat, go out for coffee, especially where groups are concerned, especially where groups or new communities are concerned. If somebody suggests, like if you have a conversation with someone this week and they're like, oh yeah, you know, there's this community that meets up, or there's this group that meets up. Even if it's not your usual thing, go. This week I urge you to go, because the chances are, if you are single and looking to mingle and you're looking to find somebody, this could go a long way to introducing you to someone, but you've got to be in it to win it, as they say. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, especially for those of you that have had challenges in relationships, this Venusian energy comes in and it brings a lot of healing with it. With that page, so the Page of Pentacles with the Empress, again, not technically a time sequence, but I'm taking it to mean one. Whatever you are working on or whatever is going on within your relationship now, it's going to start to, I don't want to say wrap up because that's not the right word, but it's going to start to manifest is probably the better word. It's going to start to manifest as we get into Taurus season. So keep your eyes peeled. All right. When it comes to your money and materials, you've got the Page of Cups. So you've got 2 pages. 2 pages is the energy of disquiet. Right, so I'm going to say this, I'm sorry to say, there are potentially, not guaranteed, but potentially some difficult conversations to have around money this week. So if you're partnered, married, or in a long-term commitment, there are some conversations about money that will need to be had. It doesn't have to descend into chaos, but there's no getting around it, right? You will have to have a conversation around money, particularly somebody's overspending when it comes to their emotions. So it's kind of like they're trying to fill a gap with something, and rather than kind of, delve into it and find out what's going on, they're just spending money or throwing money at it. Now, to be fair, with the combination of cards here, it's not like they're spending money on, I just spent 500 quid on Beanie Babies because it was an impulse buy. It's not that. They seem to be spending money on things that are either very useful, which will go a long way for a Virgo if you're cross-watching, but it also looks like they might be like, fuck it, we're only here once, I'm going on that holiday, I'm gonna book that trip, do you know what I mean? It's like they just want experience right now to take them out of where they're at, and I think this is potentially going to cause a problem. On the lighter side of this, you could be gearing up to spend money on a holiday or something of that nature. The Page of Cups as well is very intuitive energy. So if you do meet someone and connect with someone this week, or you are in a flirtation with someone, but every single time you meet them, you're the one that ends up footing the bill, this is a heads up to say it's probably time to call it time. All right. For those of you that are, or should I say, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, Page of Cups is a nice card for health because it suggests that your emotions, you're very aware of how you feel right now. And that is really understanding how you feel and letting those emotions flow is really how you stop dis-ease or disease setting in, right? So I actually think this could be a very good week for you in that regard. When it comes to your home and environment, Page of Cups, I'm just going to tell you straight up, you've got the Empress, you've got the Page of Cups, and you've got the World card. If you are not looking for that experience, single or partnered, I don't care. If you are of childbearing age, strap your business up, yeah? If you are in the kind of relationship that is possible to produce a baby, strap your business up. If you do not want children, you hear what I'm saying? Are you picking up what Rafi is putting down? Blink, blink, blink. Yeah? Okay, cool. Right, I don't need to say it anymore. Outside of that, this could be that you're giving birth to a project at home, or maybe the home is the project. The only thing that I would caution with that is watch the spending, all right? Just because, sometimes when you get into it, it's like, oh, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, before you know it, that credit card has taken a beating and there weren't even any lube involved, right? So we've all been there. Okay. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Sometimes I really try to catch it before it comes out, but it is what it is. With that said, take care, have a wonderful week, and I'll speak to you soon. And let me know in the comments how it shapes up.